Books are on our mind. Welcome back to the Y'all Show. John Rawl on the show that covers everything Southern, and literature is something that we love to talk about. And I know all y'all like to read a good book, and that includes you young'uns out there, all you youngsters out there that are sitting at home. And I know you're only doing schoolwork 30 minutes out of the day now that you're stuck at home because of the coronavirus. We've got a book just for you that's just about to come out. In fact, it's coming out today. It's Superheroes Day, and we've got the author of this book that's kind enough to come on the Y'all Show, and she is a high school student, and we're glad that Gracie Dix is going to be our guest right now on the show that's all about the South. And she's checking in from Dallas, Texas, where she's got this book hitting stores today, and she has another book already in her repertoire, and she's on the Y'all Show right now. Hello, Gracie. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How
Oh,
about you?
I am doing good. Congratulations on this new book hitting
Thank you.
stores and hitting websites. And you've just been a busy bee. In fact, here in 2020, let me brag on you. This isn't your first book to come out in this year alone. This is the second book, and we're only into the month of April. My goodness.
Yes, it is the second one.
Yeah. And so, when did you start writing? When did you discover this talent that you have?
Well, I think I've always had the talent, but I started writing this. I started writing Welcome to Superhero School, I think a year and a half ago.
Okay. And that's actually your is that your one that's out today? Your new one? Welcome.
Yes,
Okay.
I think, well, Welcome to Superhero School is coming out April 28th,
Yes. Okay.
so next Tuesday.
Right.
But Journey to Superhero School is the prequel, and that's out on Amazon Kindle right
Okay.
now.
Okay. Yeah, you've been very busy, and you've got these two books, both of that name Superhero School as part of it. So superheroes, and as I said, we're running this here on Superheroes Day, 2020, April 28th. And what exactly, for those who may not be familiar with superheroes, what exactly is Superheroes Day, and how are you celebrating, Gracie?
Well, Superhero Day is where you celebrate your favorite superhero. It could be someone in your life or someone in a comic book or a TV show, just anyone who you consider a superhero. And I think I'm going to celebrate that by launching my book.
Well, that's a pretty good idea here on Superhero Day 2020. Who are some of your superheroes growing up? Some of your favorite heroes?
Superheroes as in um, actual superheroes or
Both.
figures I look
I
up
was
to.
thinking of more of the cartoon or movie heroes, but sure, go. The floor is yours.
Well, a cartoon or a movie hero, superhero that I really love, I love The Flash.
Okay.
The Flash is so cool. Um, and then someone in my life who has helped me grow up, well, multiple someones would obviously be my family,
Oh,
but I think all of my friends, they are all superheroes, and I'm really blessed to have them in my life.
very good answer. If I were a teacher and I were your teacher right now, Gracie, you would have just made an A. So congratulations. This is the first A I've ever given out.
Thank you.
Now, you are a high school student. What grade are you in, and how are you adjusting to this whole stay at home, shelter in place?
Well, I am a junior, so 11th grade, and it hasn't really been that hard to adjust. It's been less stressful
Really?
somehow, but it hasn't really been that hard to adjust. Just kind of going through life. But
We're-
the online classes, that has been pretty great. It's been really smooth
Okay.
so far.
Well, you're an 11th grader, which meant that in most cases you might be getting ready to go to a prom. Are you going to be okay without going to a prom here this year?
I don't mind that.
Well, we'll work it in there. Maybe by July, August, somewhere, some of these schools will be offering something like that to get things somewhat back to normal. We're visiting with author Gracie Dix here on today's Y'all Show. She's the author of two books that have already hit these shelves and online here in the year 2020. And she's got this little niche there. The superheroes is what she's very good at writing. And you've got a lot of fans already with your second book hitting stores here this week. And what's it like now that you're this successful writer with two books already in your young career to have people come up and say, Gracie, that's a fantastic book. When are you going to get busy writing another one?
Well, it's I don't know, it's really thrilling, I guess,
Yeah.
to have this experience. Um, it's just I guess I feel really great knowing that there's a lot of people around, even people around the world who are supporting me. Um, yeah. And well, I'm writing the second book right now. So I'm writing the prequel. I mean, what? No, I'm
No.
sorry.
See, you've already forgotten how many books you've written. That's the sign you're a good author when you've already kind of gone on and beyond.
I'm writing the sequel right now, and I
Okay.
think it's going to be really interesting.
Well, we're putting up on our y'all.com Facebook page an image of the covers of the superhero school. As again, you've had these two, the journey and also welcome to superhero school, the brand new book. Great books. This latest one, around 300 pages in length, available on Toast, as they have these books that you could check out. 300-page book. Gracie, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Thank you. I'm very impressed with myself too, honestly.
I think you took it easy on that first one. I believe the first one's a little less than 100 pages. So we got our money's worth out of you this second book. What is the
Yeah.
the theme behind the superhero school series? What tell us for those who aren't quite able to get the book in their hand. Well, one of them's not even available until right now. What's the overall theme of what you're writing here in your books, Gracie?
Well, the theme would be, if we're talking about universal themes, it would be more of a friendship and a teamwork kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And some of your characters that you highlight here in your book kind of set it up for us that have not had a chance to read your book yet. Who are some of your heroes of your superheroes book?
Um, you want me to name the characters?
The main ones. Who do we need to go ahead and kind of be on the lookout for when we pick up a copy of your new book?
Well, the first two that appear are the main ones. Oliver and Jessica Fletcher. That's what their names are. Oliver can fly, and they both have this power where they can sense things that are going on. So they can sense how they feel. They can sense when something's wrong because Oliver and Jessica are twins. And Jessica, she has a force field, and again, the super sense. But they find out later in the book that I'm not going to give any spoilers, but they
No, please
find
don't.
out that, yeah, I won't. They find out there's something a little more special to their powers.
Ah, okay. And this again, this new book, you call it a sequel to the debut. Is that right?
The one that I'm writing currently is a sequel,
Okay.
and then Welcome to Superhero School is the first book in the Vork Chronicles.
Ah, okay. Now, how in the world, and again, this is more of a compliment than a question, how in the world does a 11th grade author who, as we found out from you, you actually kind of started working on this even before you hit 11th grade, how do you go from concept to putting it on paper and having the fortitude and the determination to finish it out when you're distracted, as I assume you would be being an 11th grader, from all the other fun things that you could be doing? How do you sit in your room or bedroom or wherever you do this thing and hammer it out and finish the deal?
Well, I started working on it on my school computer. So I would mostly write when I was at school,
Okay.
and not paying attention to my teachers. No, I'm just kidding. But I would mostly write when the lesson was done and I didn't really have anything to do in my classes, then I would start to write.
Okay.
And it does take a lot of determination to pull through, to go from thinking that you're going to do it and then doing it and then finishing it. You just, I mean, you just have to know that you're doing what you love. It's kind of a passion. I really love to write and I love all things fantasy. So, superheroes.
Well, if you're an 11th grader and you're already writing two books and they're already in the can, as they say in the biz, you've got to give some credit, I'm sure. I know you're talented, but somebody helped you along the way with your penmanship. Did you have some really good advice on writing books at some point from someone?
Um, well, my editor,
Okay.
she, during the editing process, so when I was done with the book and it was time for the editing process, I thought to myself, I don't need to change anything. Obviously, this is perfect, but I was wrong. Um, I did need to change things. I needed to add things. I needed to correct a lot of mistakes because there were a lot of grammatical errors in the first draft.
Okay.
Um, I learned to be more flexible for sure with change, really, to
Okay.
anything because I'm a very stubborn person naturally. So,
I
yeah,
don't
I
believe
learned
that.
from my editor.
I don't believe that. I think you're quite talented and a talented Texan. We're visiting with author Gracie Dix, an 11th grade author. As you can see, if you're watching our YouTube channel or our Facebook Live broadcast, the latest book is Welcome to Superhero School, and that follows Journey to Superhero School. Both have come out right here in 2020. That is, again, I can't stress it enough. Do you realize, Gracie, most people in their lives never write not only a book, I don't think most people even write a newspaper column. And so you've got quite an accomplishment right there. You've written a book, you've written two books, you're already working on a third book, and you're not even out of the 11th grade. We salute you here on the Y'all Show. You're one talented Texan.
Thank you.
So tell me about you finished this, again, nearly 300-page book, Welcome to Superhero School. I know if you didn't, you should have. I know you had to do something to celebrate. What did you do?
What did I do to celebrate? Um,
Because if you didn't, well, now's not really a good time to go out and celebrate since most of the country's shut down. But we need to get you maybe on your launch day. Again, here on Superhero
yeah,
Day, you need to have a party of some type, a launch party.
definitely.
So, what's a launch party for Gracie Dix look like? What do you want brought in for your big party?
Well, right now, I really wish that my friends could come, but social distancing. Um, hmm, I don't know. Well, in these conditions, maybe just having my family there and I don't know. I'm a very sentimental person, so really just having my family around, my dogs, and
Oh,
just being where I am in the moment, that's a huge celebration for me.
well, you talk about being an influence and helping out others, and people again can check out this book. You can certainly be an old fogey like yours truly, or maybe you're an old fogey watching this right now or listening to us. But if you're a young fogey, then you can enjoy all of these superhero books as well. What ages would you say would the kids be who start picking up your books? What age is a good range to start out with your superhero school, the whole trilogy that we know you're working on?
Well, it's middle grade,
Okay.
and really any age, as long as they can read,
Okay.
can pick up my book. And even if they can't read, they can have someone read it to
Okay.
them. I don't think there's really a limit, an age limit on reading.
Okay.
It really depends on what you like.
I just didn't know if it was a little bit above maybe a 3-year-old to read this thing, but it's a good bedtime story as you just pointed out there. So check it out again. She's a up and coming author, and she's got this new series that you can check out. The Welcome to Superhero School, Journey to Superhero School. Toast has these available at Amazon.com. You also have a website. Is it GracieDix.com, your website?
It is,
And
yes.
her first name is GraciedDix.com. You can order from there and learn more about this unbelievably talented writer, Gracie Dix, out of the Metroplex of Dallas and Fort Worth, Texas. And do you see yourself ultimately moving away from the superhero school and going on to, let's say, write about other other exciting things in life? Is that something you have the talent, in your opinion, at this 11th grade age to do?
Well, I love writing about anything fantasy, so I think um maybe I'm gonna when I finish the sequel, I might take a little break and then I don't know, I might either go back on one of my other stories
Okay.
or I might just write another one.
Okay. Well, hey, keep going back to the well if you're able to. A guy named John Grisham has kind of carved out a pretty good niche, although he has gone off from time to time and write. I think he wrote about baseball in one book and some other things. I think J.K. Rowling has a pretty good thing going with what she's got going, and you are our southern author, and so we're pulling for you in all your endeavors and get back to work on those books because we know we're keeping you here on the Y'all Show. And we can't thank you enough for coming on as our very special author, our young author, and her books are available, including here on this Superhero Day. Gracie Dix, thank you for coming on today's Y'all Show, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much for letting me.
All right. We enjoyed talking to you. More of the Y'all Show will be right back after this. Don't you go anywhere. Go get you one of Gracie's books. They're a great read.